exceptionally wealthy for what he does because of, and let me throw that out to the people of the United States, because of the minions of lemmings out there that could take someone like Glenn Beck and make him a messiah. I mean, what does he care for, Alex? He's made a ton of money.
Well, I think that's the establishment joke. They got an effeminate, and I was reading the New York Times article, they admitted he's effeminate and said that's good. And they admit he constantly flip-flops, and they said they're proud of that in this New York Times piece. And so the face of the anti-New World Order, unless you talk about Alex Jones, Ron Paul, or Jesse Ventura, is Glenn Beck, who just radiates. It's not even fair to women to call him effeminate. Well, you know,
again, I'm more disappointed in the people of this country than I am him. You know, how can they be led by the nose by somebody who's as unqualified at anything as him? He's never done anything. He found a niche in the radio world, in the TV world, and he found a niche of people that he could lead. I mean, you know, remember that people are easily led, you know.
Well, he criticizes Obama, which is fair, for reading off a teleprompter, but he admits he uses a teleprompter.
Everybody does. The teleprompter is a marvelous thing. I think the only jealousy comes in the fact that George Bush couldn't read one.
All right.
You know, all the rest of us can.
All right, we're running out of time, and this interview is really getting powerful here, but I want to get back into the episodes. Let's talk about the water episode, because I was asking during the break, I said, what do you think's the most scary? And you said water, and I tend to agree with you, because these multinationals, well, I mean, tell folks what you discovered.
Let me just say this. I go out with a Native American chief, and we go to Lake Mead by Hoover Dam, you know, the water source for Las Vegas. Let me finish with this. I got news for you, people. Within the decade, Las Vegas is going to have no water. Lake Mead is down 125 feet. Let me repeat that. 125 feet down. I stood on a plateau there 60 feet below the ledge where docks were still up there where less than a decade ago kids were fishing off them. The water was now 60 feet below where I was standing at. And the water show that we do, if it does not terrify the people of this country, then nothing will.
And, of course, you interviewed me for that. You came to Austin to investigate it. But how much more of the investigation can you talk about? I mean, clearly you show how these...
I think that's enough, Alex, just to say it leads us to the northern peninsula of Michigan and the Great Lakes, which is home to 20% of the world's fresh drinking water.
And who gets to have the water? We don't get to have it, but somebody else does.
Well, watch the show. It all will be very clear on the show.
What can you say about the police state camps show?
Well, I will say this. It again reaffirms. Y'all remember when Michael Moore spoke to Congressman Conyers, and he set Michael Moore down and said, let me tell you something, we don't even read the bills we vote on?
Yes.
You will be reassured of that again. Because I sit down with a congressman who assures me up and down that there are no FEMA internment camps being built in the country. And you should see how funny it is on camera when we then show him the bill he was co-sponsor of Homeland Security, which states that they would be building no less than 6 of them.
And that's on top of the other camps they've got under...
But he didn't even know it was in the bill. That's the point. These people are not reading what they vote on. They're being told by their political parties how to vote.
Let's get into another episode. What can you say about the oil spill? I mean, this is really powerful.
Well, again, the oil spill, we investigate conspiracies, and to be blunt and straightforward, there's a strong suspicion and a lot of circumstantial evidence that oil spill was done intentionally.
And... you know, we talked to some homeless people down there who were actually clean-cut, who came down to get jobs, and they said they wouldn't hire us for the cleanup. And you said exactly what I was thinking. You said, hey, buddy, be glad you didn't get that job.
Exactly, because, you know, the stuff they're using down there, this dispersant, it has 4 lethal chemicals in it, including, I think, cadmium and arsenic and 2 other lovely things. And I'm, for the life of me, trying to figure out how adding billions of barrels of lethal chemicals to already saturated oil water is a good thing. I can't figure that out. Now, I am not a scientist, but it doesn't make sense to me that by adding poison to the water is going to be beneficial more so than just the oil in the water. Now you got two of them in there.
We're going to come back with our final segment with Governor Jesse Ventura. I might twist his arm to do 5 more minutes in the next hour, but he's probably going to. And we'll get into all this hyping of stage terror, and we'll talk about another 9/11 investigation they're doing with Governor Jesse Ventura. Don't forget, folks, his book, American Conspiracies, #4 New York Times bestseller. We've got it discounted at Infowars.com. Get a free copy of The Obama Deception with American Conspiracies at Infowars.com. We'll be right back on the other side.
Why almost all politicians, teachers, and preachers are dead wrong about how to keep this country from becoming a total dictatorship. If that headline got your attention, then you know the only way back. The only way back to true freedom and liberty in America. Have you ever wondered about whether your personal and religious liberty will survive? After all, what good are gold, silver, and survival supplies in a concentration camp? And have you ever thought about what kind of America you're leaving to your kids and grandkids? Then theonlywayback.com is an open online letter you must read. Find out where true liberty comes from and discover the foundations of freedom by going to theonlywayback.com. If you're a patriot who truly wants to help rebuild this nation, call 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Or visit theonlywayback.com and do it today. It's the only way back.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
You've seen our SinoFresh banner on the GCN website, yet your sinusitis is still a problem. Are you waiting for your sinusitis to go away by itself? Are you waiting for a SinoFresh discount? Okay, here it comes. But first, the facts. 67 other products merely treat symptoms and not the cause of sinus problems. And 37 million Americans suffer from sinus distress just like you. But now many are finding relief with the only patent-protected homeopathic nasal product that antiseptically eliminates the known causes of sinusitis. SinoFresh. Now, here's your limited time discount offer to use SinoFresh. Call 888-906-3636 right now for $2 off per bottle when you mention GCN. That's it. Just call 888-906-3636 and mention GCN for a $2 discount. But hurry, this offer is only for the first 1,000 customers. Call 888-906-3636. 888-906-3636. Call right now for $2 off per bottle. Mention GCN. Buy SinoFresh.com. It works.
The Gov hurt my feelings. He usually gives us more than an hour, but he's got a tea time. I guess it's almost too cold to keep playing golf, but he did say he'll come back one more time with us before he heads down to Mexico. Correct, Gov?
Absolutely, Alex. I got a tea time, and they don't hold them for anybody, not even me.
How many holes are you going to play?
18. That's why I got to be out there. You know, the days are getting shorter. It's getting cold up here in Minnesota, and the window of golf is slowly closing, and that tells me it's time to start surfing then.
What are you shooting in golf?
Oh, I'm just if I'm shooting well, I shoot in the 80s. If I'm shooting not so well, I play in the 90s.
Well, that's pretty good. You got to get you down here and play our producer, Jaron. He's a pretty good guy. Now, Governor, we've only got about 4 minutes left. I'm sure you've seen the hype, the terrorists. We have specific targets in Europe and the U.S. Turns out they had drills planned 2 months ago. It's a global drill, and it just so happens it was scheduled for this week, and we have all these White House people, even under Obama, saying we need a terror attack. That's in the Financial Times of London, to make people trust their government again. Governor Ridge admitted they issued fake terror alerts under Bush. Is that not psychological terrorism?
Yeah, well, it also, if they're talking like that, then it kind of winds back to 9/11. Shouldn't we start questioning it? If it takes a terror attack to bring the country together, then the country is in pretty bad shape, in my opinion. And the timing of these things, they always do them. Look at the elections where all of a sudden, right before the election, we get an Osama bin Laden tape. I guess the best thing I can say is to the people out there is wake up and smell the coffee. Start paying attention a little bit more and start looking beyond the soundbite news for your answers. But then again, I'm on the Alex Jones show, so essentially I'm preaching to the choir.
Well, we have a lot of new listeners, Governor. Obviously...
Well, no, but so many don't listen to you, Alex, and so many don't listen beyond the soundbite news, and it's those people we have to try to reach.
Briefly, tell us about the 9/11 episode. It's the Pentagon.
Well, the 9/11 episode, the most exciting part of it will be that I speak to a woman who was right in there when the alleged plane hit, and you will hear an eyewitness account from someone who was right in there, and she says some very startling things.
Has this verified your suspicions?
Oh, yeah, it's reaffirmed yes, very much so. It took it that way rather than the other way.
Well,
whenever you talk 9/11 long enough, Alex, eventually you start doubting yourself. You start questioning yourself. And when I speak to a woman who survived the Pentagon and was right in there, and she reaffirms my suspicions, well, that's good for me, too. I need that every now and then because it just seems you're out there fighting the unwinnable war, and occasionally you need an ally.
But clearly people are starting to wake up. I mean, not everybody, but I mean, you've been around the country, and
I hope so. But see, wake up doesn't mean the Tea Party. Well, people need to. I don't know where the wake up is going to take place. I really don't. But hopefully people are starting to question more the things they're told, and not just this self-blinding belief that with our egos, that the government can't lie to us, that the government can be bad. They can be, because government is merely people, and we need to lose the ego that quite possibly evil people can be elected to powerful positions. You need only look at Germany in the 1930s to clearly understand that.
Well, the show's premiering at 10 p.m. Eastern, October 15th. That's a Friday, isn't it, Gov?
Yeah, Friday night, so there'll be no conflicting baseball games.
All right, well, let me say bye to you in the break, and I'll let you get to your tea time. We'll come back next hour. Another big guest joining us on a lot of news. That's Governor Jesse Ventura giving us the exclusive first radio interview.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800 340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GC